A new front porch has been framed, the deck is down, and now we've got to re-support the roof. So new columns are going in. And Tom, the old columns were pretty far gone. Couldn't save them.
Yeah, they're wooden columns. They're all rotted. You see
Oh,
it?
yeah. Look
They're
at
falling apart. They're saturated.
Soaking wet. So those go away. And what have you chosen for a new one?
Well, we actually have a polyester resin that's spun with, in it is fiberglass and marble chips.
That thing is heavy.
It's heavy. It's also very structural, so you can use it as a load-bearing column, or you can use it just as a decorative column.
All right, so you got the column, and apparently you got the crew.
Yeah, we got one in right over here that's finishing up on the caulking across the bottom. Now what we have to do over here is we want to make sure that the distance from the top of the deck to the underside of the beam is equal all the way across.
3 equal columns.
Right, so now they're jacking it up just probably a little bit longer than the height of the column. We've already taken a measurement because we have one in. So the rest of the columns will be the same measurement. But as far as positioning it, did you guys already hang the plumb bob down?
Yep, we got our mark right here.
Okay, so they've taken a center point up top and they've dropped the plumb line down and marked a center point here.
So that's going to be locating your base, which will then locate your column.
So what you do is you figure out what the base is, you divide it in half in both directions, then you put a mark out. So this would be 5 1/8. So from the center line you mark 5 1/8 over here, 5 1/8 over here. Now you know where the base is going to set. And you do the same thing up top if it's a different size. In this case it will be because it's a tapered column. All right, we'll cut this column and slide it into place. All right, so now they're getting ready to measure for this column. Now, as I said earlier, they're going to make all the columns the same length. And it's important that you measure from the center of the column, and you want to make sure that your tape measure is parallel with the column. You don't want it on an angle because you'll get an untrue measurement. So he puts his marks close enough so when he makes his cuts, he can then eyeball the saw to the next mark while making the cut straight. Because of the polyester resins and the marble chips, we're using a carborundum masonry blade. There you go. See that? You get a nice clean cut, and it's straight. All right, we're ready to install it. Okay, now we'll never be able to paint or seal underneath the bottom of the column. So what I like to do is just place a piece of self-sealing membrane on the deck first. Just lay that down like that. All right, slide that top cap on. Okay, good. Take it right up there. Okay, now we slide the bottom on. And we just bring it over close to where it's going to go. Get it in position.
Now just shimmy it in.
Okay.
There you go. Slide it over. All right, slide it over, put it on the mark. Right there. Okay, now, are you on the other side there, good?
Good.
Okay, so now we can put a couple of screws in that. Okay, drive that in. Good, and one more. A little more, bring it down a little more. There you go, perfect. Okay, so now, see this gap right here? We want to center the column in that gap. So the bottom will be where it is. Okay, so now you got to get the top on your pencil lines, the reference lines. I'm going to let it down, put some pressure on it. Ready?
Yep.
You're coming down. You got weight on it.
I can feel it.
Make sure it's tight. Okay, that's good. Now the last thing we have to do over here is caulk this joint right here. I don't want to caulk around the bottom because if any water should get down through the column, it can drain out. All right, let's check this. Good. Coming in.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button. make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.